Right. Now in this lecture we will be seeing the determination of image impedances through open circuit and short circuit impedances. Fine. So that means first we will see the formula and we will prove that we can determine Zi1 and Zi2, and then we can verify the same expressions in terms of ABCD through OC and SC impedances. Fine. Okay. So image impedances can also be determined as follows. That means these two equations. So Zi1 is square root of Z1OC into Z1SC. Zi2 is Z2OC into Z2SC. Right. So but what are these 1OC, 1SC, 2OC, 2SC? These are very important because these open circuit and short circuit impedances are used in all further classes. Fine, because they are used for determining other image parameters as well. Okay, for that we need to know what they are first. So here Z1OC is the open circuit input impedance at port 1. Okay, and Z1SC is short circuit input impedance at port 1. Similarly, we can say Z2OC is open circuit input impedance at port 2 and Z2SC is short circuit input impedance at port 2. Fine, right. But how to determine them? So you all know how to determine input impedance, but this input impedance has to be open circuit input impedance. That means when the port 2 is open circuited, we can determine Z1OC, and when port 2 is short circuited, you can determine Z1SC. Similarly, when port 1 is open circuited and port 1 is short circuited, we will get the input impedances towards the port 2, which are nothing but Z2OC and Z2SC, right? So that means what is Z1OC? When port 2 is open circuited, that is I2 equals to 0, V1 by I1 is nothing but Z1OC. So if you use the equations of two port networks, these two equations, and if you substitute the particular condition for determining that particular impedance, you will get the required parameter, that is Z1OC here, because that means here I2 is 0, right? Then what you will get? You will get directly V1 by I1, which is A by C. Similarly, for getting Z1SC, what we need to do? Port 2 should be short circuited, that means it is V2 equals to 0. For that particular case, what do you get? Z1SC V1 by I1 is equal to minus Bi2 by minus Di by Di2, then it will be B by D, right? That's what you will get here. Okay, fine. Now we will see Z2OC. So what is Z2OC here? This is open circuit impedance towards port 2 when port 1 is current is 0. That means open circuit is towards port 1. Then only you can determine Z2OC. Right, so you need to implement this condition here. So when I1 is equal to 0, from two port T parameter equations or ABCD parameter equations, you will get this equation. So from this, Z2OC is nothing but V2 by I2, which is D by C. Fine. Similarly, you can get Z2SC by making V1 equals to 0. Then you will get this equation, so which is saying that Z2SC is equal to B by A. Fine. Now, okay, we will substitute these values, the respective values here in Zi1 and Zi2. So Zi1 is nothing but square root of Z1OC into Z1SC. That means A by C into B by D. So that is shown here, A by C into B by D, whereas Zi2 is BD by AC. Right. So now we can compare these Zi1 and Zi2 values with respect to the formula that we derived in the previous class, which is in terms of ABCD parameters using the definition of image impedance. So what is that? So what we got here? We got Zi1 equals to square root of AB by CD, Zi2 equals to BD by AC. Right? How we got these things? We got these from the definition of image impedance, whereas we got these now using the open circuit and short circuit impedances. So these are very important. Fine, using these also we can get image impedances. So these are used in other classes, just make a note of it. Fine. Right, that's it. Thank you.